Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I have an art supply haul to share. I've been getting supplies over the last few months and I wanted to share them all with you. And I have a few things that were sent to me as well that I thought you might be interested in checking out with me. So grab a cup of coffee and I hope you enjoy. So I'm so excited because look what I found, the HOLBEIN plastic palettes. They have the removable pans and I've been trying to decide if I needed these because I think they're genius, but also they're plastic and they seem very expensive. Let's open these up and check these out. Okay, so I just found a really good sale. I don't know if I should say the price. I know they're already not this price anymore. So this is the HOLBEIN. This is the watercolor palette. It has 24 wells. I'm so glad to find this. All right, so this is why they're great. They have removable pans because this is why I never liked plastic palettes. I would put my colors in of what colors I had, and then I would change my mind and find I liked a different color or it was a different season, and you can totally scrape it out and wash it, but I never want to go to the trouble. So this is genius. So this is 24 wells, and then you also get these extra wells. And I love that they have the big wells because that, honestly, all my yellows are going in there. So it comes in a really nice plastic. It's a hard plastic. It feels really high quality, of course, because it's HOLBEIN. And has a nice snapped enclosure to open it up. I was on the fence whether I should get this or not, and I'm so glad I did. It also comes with extra 4 large pans and 2 small, 26 small pieces, and 4 large. So that is so great they do that, and I'm so glad I got this. So I'll definitely be using this in another video. Got this August 28th is when I ordered it. Okay, so this is the 30 well. And this is the 24 well. So here you can see the sizes. Can you see that? So this is a more manageable size, but this has more wells. I hadn't seen these in person. Okay, so here we have 30 wells. This comes with extra 4 and 2 as well. So, oh, I'm so happy to have this. This actually, I thought this might be too big, but it's still manageable. This is genius and I love it. So I don't I don't typically like plastic palettes. And okay, now I will say this one, the closure is really loose on this one. It barely wants to stay closed. This one, it's got a nice close the way it should be. So it's probably just my palette. So, but I did want to be honest. I already saw the price went up, but I paid $28 for this one and $31 for this one. So, and I'm just going to say it. Yeah, the prices always change, but my excitement comes from getting what I want, crossing my items off my wish list when I find a really good sale, especially for my beautiful artist grade precious supplies. So I'm thrilled I found those. And then I also did get this Raphael. This is a honey-based soap for brushes, and it's made in France. And let me go ahead and open this. I've never had a brush soap before, and I thought it's probably time. Okay, well, I like it. I really love it just because it smells so good. But it is honey-based and made in France, and it is to clean your brushes. And I honestly have never got one, so I need to find a pretty tin to put that in. And then I will start cleaning my brushes. I think this was about $8, so it wasn't any more than the ones that you get here in the US. That really smells lovely. For oil pastels, I have always been using this color shaper. It's made from masking fluid, but it has this nice silicone nib that's really good for blending oil pastels. And then I was sent this one from Sketchbox. This one's a bit softer, and then this one is a little bit firmer. But they're really good for blending oil pastels, and I was telling one of my friends about it. So she said she uses this clay shaper. This is a number 6. And she sent me this one, which was so nice, and I really did love it. It's even firmer. So I will use both because sometimes I want to blend and I want to have more give, and then sometimes I want it to be a bit more firm. So thank you so much to my dear friend for sending me that. I really did enjoy it, so much so that I went out to get a larger one. And this is huge. So this is why I share things in videos so you can see them. This is, yeah, this is much bigger. This is the number 6 and this is the number 16. And yeah, I probably want in between that. So I probably want a 10. I think they were out of stock of the 10, and so that's why I decided to try the largest. And oh my, that's really big. But for some large artworks, I'm sure that'll be great. And then I also found this by Princeton. This has some nice give too. And so I'm going to be trying all these blenders and see which ones work well. These are the Fuumuui dual tip travel watercolor brushes. It's a 3-piece set of watercolor brushes, but they have 6 tips. Fuumuui did kindly send these to me. I've removed all the packaging now, and let's take a look at these brushes. All right, they feel very, very nice. They're actually heavy. They have an air hold on both sides. So it looks like they have a 10 round, a 6 round, a 2 detail brush, and then on this side, we have a flat 6, a cat's tongue that's a 4, and a dagger that's an 8. I love that they put what they are on there and the sizes. That makes it really easy to try them out. So let me go ahead and take these off and we will. So here's the dagger. I need to wash all of them out. It's great. I was afraid they would get mixed up if I took them all off and washed them, but they have also, if you take the lids off, they have the numbers on them, so you're not going to get confused about the sizes later. I love that they thought of that. All right, I washed them all out now, and you can try to make it where you can see the sizes. And so this is a 6 flat. This is the 4 cat's tongue. This is the 8 dagger. And then I'll turn it around. I tried to get a clean towel, but I use this in my watercolor, so it may not be clean. And these, I will say, I haven't used these yet, but I had no shedding at all. I was very impressed by that, and they feel fantastic. So I can't wait to actually use them. So here we have the 10 round, the 6 round, and the 2 detail. So it feels like you have a wooden handle here, and then it's the metal ferrule. And I love that they give you a 10. I hope they do this again, and I want a 10 and a 12. So these are synthetic squirrel hair brushes, and they feel really nice. They have, it feels like metal, and they have the air hole on top, and that makes you be able to go ahead and put those in still while they're wet, and they can dry thoroughly. I think we'll try these out just briefly today, and then I'll use them in other videos because my hauls are for first impression, and then eventually I get around to painting and sharing things in my later, if it's still available. I also like that they come in the carrying case because it's so useful to have that case, and this feels like faux leather. I will have a coupon code linked in the description box if you shop at the Fuumuui website. So I found these on Amazon. These are H&G Concepts, the Painter's Diary. These are swatch cards to go in your watercolor palettes. And they are made with hot press paper, but let's check this out. So they have 3 different sizes. They have for 12 pans, 24 pan, and 48 pan. I'm going to check one of these out. They're in a pack of 10, and the 48 pan is in a pack of 5. I like to change my palettes often, especially for different seasons. And I used to take stamps and make my little perfect swatch card on arches and everything like that. And yeah, I'm just going to try these for convenience. So I'm going to be trying those out and see how those work. I did try one just to see before. I wish these were on cold press, and I wish they were a teeny bit smaller so they'd fit right there. But it's still really nice to have this as a convenience, and I like that they notched to make it easier for you to get out. I also love that they rounded the corners because I have to use a crafting punch thing to round my corners. So it's just a convenience thing. You can totally make your own. So I have some new colors for fall to try for the Coliro Fine-Tech. I don't know if you want to call them Coliro, Fine-Tech. When I started collecting them, they were Fine-Tech, and now they're Coliro. But I got some new colors for fall. So I chose Curry, Chili, Cinnamon, and Storm. Thought those would be pretty colors. So I'm going to open these up, and I think I will swatch these out for you guys. I load up my brush really well. So here is the Curry. Yeah, these are soft but springy. So I'm just going to give you my first impressions. I'm not going to, this isn't like a review. I'm just going to use these just a little bit. But I will use them in another video, I'm sure. Next, oh, look at that red. I haven't had very many red metallic paints, so I'm really excited about that Chili. That's really pretty. The Curry is pretty too. But I do not have very many red metallic paints. For some reason that seems hard. I don't know if that's hard to do in metallics or what. Next we'll use the Storm. Yeah, it still looks like it's pretty good on the white though. And I might have added too much to the cinnamon. I might have added too much water, we'll see. I added probably a little too much water to the cinnamon, but sometimes they soak up the water really good. So my definite favors of these are the Curry and the Chili. Yeah, you can get good control with these. Make sure and check out the reviews. I'm really loving these brushes, and I think they're definitely worth checking out. The Curry and the Chili, those are definitely my two favorites. I think it's really smart that they did the dual tips. I will want to use them with the lids on though. Even on white paper, those are really pretty. And I'm going to try to get the reflection in here. Here they are on black. I'll try to get they're really pretty. The camera's really not doing justice because it's kind of cloudy outside. Now, one thing that I'm noticing is these, while the color is gorgeous, it has a weird like matte finish. The Curry doesn't, it's metallic, but the Chili kind of has a matte finish that's a little different. So I don't know if red is difficult to use in metallic, but that's the first time I've seen it be so matte. I have had this paper for a long time, so maybe my paper's gone bad. It's looking like dull and flat, and usually they're shiny and vibrant. Let's see if it's doing it on this one. Yeah, I don't know. So next I did get some of the R&F drawing oils. They have a few different sets, and a few of them, this is the one that I ordered at the same time, but it was out of stock, and so I received that now. I'm so glad I took the chance. I didn't know anything about them, and they're wonderful. They're honestly everything I wanted the Caran d'Ache Neo Arts to be. Go ahead and show you. I've been playing with them, but let me show you kind of a new one. So they come in a pigment stick like this, and I'm sure there's other videos by them now, but at the time that I found them, there wasn't any, and they were brand new and exciting, and but they have a slight film over them. I didn't need to use a palette knife like I do with my Sennelier oil sticks. I didn't need to do that with these. So they're easier. They're like oil pastels, but they dry out of the way. So I am keeping them in my tin from Grabby. The sets come with a sticker, and I made the sticker into a magnet. But they work really well with the Neo Arts. That's how I've used them so far. I like using Neo Arts on the bottom and then these on top. And these are softer. These are soft like lipstick. They're like pretty much like the Snelly Oils pastels. Just maybe a little firmer. They're lovely. I love them so much. So I was excited to finally get more colors, and yeah, I'm gonna want all of them, I think. So here is the next set. This is how they come. This is a sticker. I love that they send this. I'll use this little sticker and make that into another magnet. But this is the landscape set. So I will share the swatches of these. So here are the swatches of my collection so far of the RNF drawing oils. And then I also have the gold, which is really gorgeous. And I'm going to keep that separate. My favorites are definitely this cherry absinthe. I don't know how to say that correctly, but it is a really deep, dark perylene green. I thought it was actually going to be a deep red, and it's not. It's a dark green. They do list the pigment information on the sticks, which is really helpful, and I recommend checking the pigment information before you purchase any sticks. The brown pink, the sap green, absolutely gorgeous. The quin magenta, I mean, I love all the colors really. So I purchased this Meeden canvas pad. This is a set of 10 sheets, and it's sheets of canvas, and I wanted to try it, so I purchased this myself. And then Meeden kindly sent me some products to try this month. First, we have a premium palette knife set of 25. Look at this. It comes in a canvas case, and it has a zipper closure, and then you open it up and look at all of these palette knives. I'm in heaven, and I haven't played with palette knives very much, and now I get to play with all of the palette knives. It's really a beautiful presentation, but also it's practical because I can store these away and hopefully not lose them. Next is a set of heavy body acrylic paint. This is the metallic set, includes 6 colors, and they are gold, copper, purple, red, silver, and blue. So you can see all the colors there. The gold and the copper are definitely my favorite, and I want to use them on canvases. I'm going to quickly swatch these out. Yeah, new fun supplies to try that I don't know how to use, but I can't wait to try them. They also did send an 8-pack of stretched canvas. These are 8 by 10. They're 100% cotton. And here's all the information on there. So I will be trying these out. Canvas pad worked really well. And I might put in just a bit of the footage. I've been using the gloves to use my fingers because these are oil paint, so you don't want to use your fingers. And that's why I really recommend wearing gloves if you use these, because they're so soft and blendable. You're going to be really tempted to use your fingers. I thought these Meeden palette knives would be perfect for when I want to go add fine detail. I think it's going to be really fun. In this painting, there's a lot of white. With these palette knives, I will be able to go and scrape some and add some fine detail where I want it. And I think it's going to be really good. And places that I want to add more texture, I think it's going to be great. Going to want to add more to the face, get lost and get carried away, and because it's so fun to create with these. I'll let these dry, and then I just keep layering more layers. I might scrape and put some grasses in. Absinthe, that really dark color, that might be really cool because there's some really fine, yeah. These are going to be fun. I haven't really played with palette knives very much, so it's going to be really fun, and I'm just kind of making a mess, and trying to hurry to do it while I'm filming is not going to be a good way. I did want to mention one thing though. When I first fell in love with these, they were much different when it was warm. Now the weather's cooled down, and these were harder, and the skin was more prevalent, and so I just don't want to mislead you for what you're getting. Also, I tried to use a paper towel a few times to get the skin off and I broke two. So do be careful. But the good news is with that skin, like, I'm able to hold it. So I think it's going to depend on the weather, how these work for you and your location, most likely. The same with drying time. I think drying time of each of these is going to vary depending on where you live, how humid it is, you know, lots of different variables. For me, the white takes the longest. It's the only one that it took more than 30 days. That's why these are so amazing. They're that they cure. It's like everything you wanted in oil pastels, and quite honestly, everything I wanted in the Caran d'Ache Neo Arts, because they're so much softer and blendable. But they layer really well over the Caran d'Ache Neo Arts. So I think I want this to... I'll keep working on this off camera, but these are just a lot of fun and wanted to let you guys know about them. And lastly, they sent a new easel. This is the Studio Tabletop Sketchbox easel. Basically, it's an easel that expands to hold a large canvas because the top and the bottom both expand. And because I have a standing desk, I can just raise my desk and then make it taller if I need it. I'm going to try to show pictures of how you can put a large canvas in there, but it also has storage. And the storage is what made me think this was going to be amazing, because the storage has adjustable aluminum dividers that you can customize it how you want to. I decided to just do it in half and not use the dividers because I wanted to store my Sennelier oil sticks. I have never found a way to store them properly. They want to leak, and that like freaks me out. It's gross. So I'm hoping they store in here well. But if you found the perfect storage for the Sennelier oil sticks, please let me know. But I'm hoping this works. And I love that I can close it and then I can open it when I need them, and then I can close it and they're put away. So I did wind up using the Sennelier oil sticks with the RNF drawing oils, and they worked great together. So it's going to be great also because I can take this outside. While the weather's nice, I think I'd prefer to just use these outside. So of course I'm still not finished, and I still have many more layers, but it's been incredibly fun to make this. So thank you so much to Meeden for sending me all of these beautiful products to try out. I also received the 120 set of acrylic markers from Arrtx. This is 120 colors. I wanted to share the unboxing and the swatching. It has some wonderful colors for fall. They have the numbers pre-printed on the back. Oh, hallelujah. I am ready to never have to put a sticker on again. And then what I love about these markers is there's no shaking and no pumping. So they are the Arrtx marker by far that I use the most. They're water-based and they have this wonderful brush nib. I just kind of tip the box and put it in there, and then that gives a easy way to take them in and out. And then I just set that at the side of my desk and it's always there. Other markers from Arrtx can be more opaque. These are buildable, and so they're my favorite. By far the easiest because there's no shaking, no pumping. So now they have this beautiful set of 120 colors, and it has lots of extra colors for skin tones. It also has a lot of beautiful dark deep orange colors that are going to be perfect for fall, perfect for pumpkins and foxes. I'll share some of the artwork I did, but I did not film on camera. It was a rainy day when I filmed all this, so I hope the lighting's okay. But I started filming and then I wanted to enjoy it, and I just enjoy creating art so much more off camera. I'm very thankful I have all these art supplies to keep me busy and to keep me positive and to try to just forget about all the other stuff. So I quickly sketched this in my Arrtx sketchbooks and that they kindly sent, and I'm going to just draw that really quick, and I'm going to show just a little bit of my work. So I received this, I think it was back in June, and I've been playing with it, and it's hands down my favorite now because it has the most colors. They're so easy, they don't leak. I can take them to the couch, I can use them in bed. Yeah, so that's why these are still my favorite. Now I still enjoy some of the other ones and I mix them in, but 9 times out of 10, when I'm reaching for acrylic markers, it's these. Here is what it finished like, and I thought, oh, this actually turned out really cute. For being such a rainy, gloomy day, it totally brightened my day. I also received some acrylic markers from Ohuhu, and I already had put the video with the review up. They've expanded their line and they have 48 colors now. So this is the 48 pack, and it is acrylic markers that are the direct ink markers. So you don't need to pump them. You just have to shake them, that's it. So here at the back, they have the nice brush nib, and here are the colors that are included in this set. These are made in China, but they conform to the ASTM D4236. So let's go ahead and take this cover off. So I've got some really cute artwork there with their little mascot. And it comes in a nice little zipper pouch. Very convenient, and I love that because that means I can easily take this to the couch and play. Okay. So there's the user manual. Tells you basically tells you need to shake them before you use them. And then here is the pamphlet that shows you the colors that are available. But the best part is it comes with a swatch card on white and black paper. So you can see how all the colors look. So I'm going to quickly swatch these out. These markers come in a really nice feeling marker. They have a number here written down, and it says BG, so that would indicate it's blue-green 85. So it's a number that actually makes sense, and I actually really appreciate that. But I love that you don't have to put any stickers on. They have the color right there. They have a color window, and so just need to shake that up, and you can hear the little ball bearings in there shaking up the acrylic ink for you. And then pull that right off, and then it has a nice little nib. So we'll just get it first. Okay, so it's just, I don't see any green actually in that one. Just looks like a blue. I do really love the little bag. This comes in a nice little bag to keep them stored. Nice. It's going to be really easy to take to the couch and use these. So I think I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these out in the order they come. So here are the swatches of the Ohuhu acrylic markers. I do already have the video where I review these on my YouTube channel here, where I share creating this owl. So that is available if you'd like to check that out. But here are the colors all swatched out. I do love that they include the color swatch card for you in white and black. It just makes it so easy just to play with right away. So those were really fun to play with. I will be trying these out, and eventually they will probably make it to a video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.